I wasn't born with a map. No inheritance, no shortcuts, no insider connections. Just a deep desire to change my life and the willingness to learn how. What I found wasn't just advice. It was a blueprint. A repeatable, reliable process to build wealth from the inside out. This isn't theory, it's not hype. It's the framework that turned an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. Not overnight, but inevitably. Today, I'll share that blueprint with you. Not as a guru, but as someone who started broke, unsure, and overwhelmed, and who found a path through all of that. Here's the wealth blueprint that changed everything. 1. Take ownership. The first step wasn't learning about money. It was learning about responsibility. Until I stopped blaming, I couldn't start building. My job, my past, the government, none of them were holding me back as much as my own mindset was. When I took full ownership of my life, everything changed. Ownership gave me access to growth, to discipline, to vision. You don't have to fix everything today. You just have to stop waiting for someone else to do it for you. 2. Value over income. Wealth doesn't follow people who work the hardest. It follows those who become the most valuable. When I stopped chasing money and started building value, everything shifted. I read more, practiced more, served better. My income became a reflection of my usefulness. Ask yourself every day, how can I solve bigger problems? How can I serve at a higher level? The market pays for value, not time. 3. Master your habits. My life didn't change in one day. It changed daily. Morning routines, reading, budgeting, reflecting, repeating. The small things, done consistently, became massive. Discipline doesn't limit you, it frees you. Habits build identity, and identity attracts results. I stopped negotiating with discipline. I made it part of who I was. Because success is never owned. It's rented. And rent is due every day. 4. Think in seasons. Wealth isn't built in a moment. It's built like a farm in seasons. First you plant, then you water, then you wait, then you harvest. I used to want instant success, but Jim taught me to respect the process. Some seasons are for building, some for harvesting. All are necessary. When I aligned with the season, I stopped forcing outcomes and started flowing with progress. Patience isn't weakness, it's wisdom. 5. Learn before you earn. The biggest shifts in my wealth didn't come from more work. They came from more wisdom. Books, seminars, mentors. They opened doors that hard work alone never could. Learning isn't an expense. It's an investment. One idea, one perspective, one shift in thinking can compound for years. So I became a student of life, a student of money, a student of people. The more I learned, the more I earned. Not instantly, but inevitably. 6. Multiply your efforts. One of the fastest ways to wealth? Learn to multiply what you do. If you can serve one person, you can serve 10, then 100, then thousands. Technology, teams, systems, these are the levers of wealth. You can't work 24 hours a day, but your business can. Your ideas can. Your influence can. Multiply yourself through smart systems, and you multiply your income. 7. Protect your environment. Your environment is either pulling you forward or dragging you down. I looked around and realized my habits weren't the only problem. It was my surroundings, my conversations, my influences. So I changed my circle. I upgraded the voices in my ear. I began listening to people who were where I wanted to go. Your results reflect your environment. Protect it like your future depends on it, because it does. 8. Make money a servant. Money is a terrible master, but a powerful servant. I stopped worshiping it. I stopped fearing it. I started using it. Every dollar I earned became a seed. I gave it purpose. I told it where to go. I multiplied it through decisions, not emotions. When you learn to command your money, you no longer chase it. It starts chasing you. 9. Build something that lasts. Quick money fades. Built wealth remains. So I stopped chasing trends and started building legacy. Something real. Something others could depend on. Something I was proud of. Wealth is built like character over time, with care and through storms. It doesn't have to be flashy, it just has to be real. And when it's real, it lasts. 10. Never stop evolving. The blueprint isn't static. As you grow, it grows with you. Every level brings new lessons, new tests, new territory. Complacency kills momentum. So I stayed a student, always refining, always stretching. Because wealth isn't just a destination, it's a direction. And I'm committed to walking in it every single day. This blueprint didn't come from luck. It came from alignment. Alignment with principles that work, with truths that hold, with actions that compound. And anyone can follow it. Not just the wealthy, not just the gifted, anyone. Because wealth isn't about how you start, it's about how you shift. And the shift starts today. I used to think money would fix me, but it didn't. It only amplified what was already there. So I worked on the foundation me, my mindset, my vision, my beliefs, my daily decisions. And as I got better, everything else followed. The blueprint wasn't about income, it was about identity. Because wealth begins within. One of the hardest lessons: no one is coming to save you. No one is going to build your life for you. The blueprint is yours, to follow or ignore. The beauty of that truth is that it's empowering. You don't need a miracle. You need a moment of clarity, followed by movement. Tiny steps, taken with belief, create unstoppable momentum. Some people think wealth is just about numbers, but I've met rich people who were miserable, and people with modest incomes who were free. So I redefined wealth. It's not just financial, it's emotional, mental, spiritual, relational. It's the ability to choose, to give, to build, to rest. True wealth isn't found in a bank account. It's found in your ability to design your life on your terms. And that blueprint, it's available to anyone who's willing to grow. Don't rush the process. Speed is sexy, but consistency is what changes lives. You don't need to build it all in a day. You just need to build today. Every decision, every hour, every habit, it compounds. The blueprint works, but only if you do. So start now, and don't stop. You might be surrounded by people who don't see what you see. That's okay. You were given the vision for a reason. They don't have to understand it. You just have to follow it. Most people settle. Most people shrink. Most people stay comfortable. But comfort never built legacy. The blueprint requires courage, sacrifice, focus. But it gives something back that few people ever feel: freedom. I stopped trying to impress the world. I started building something real. Not to prove them wrong, but to prove myself right. Right to believe, right to start, right to become. You don't need a crowd. You need a commitment. And when you make it, life bends in your direction. Not out of luck, but out of alignment. If you're still listening, it means something in you is ready. Ready for the shift, the build, the blueprint. So don't wait for permission. Don't wait for perfect timing. This is the moment. This is the map. You don't need to get it all right. You just need to get started. The next version of you, the wealthier, wiser, freer version, is already possible. And it starts with belief. Print this blueprint on your mind. Own your life. Build your value. Master your habits. Think long-term. Learn endlessly. Multiply wisely. Protect your peace. Lead your money. Build what lasts. Evolve forever. That's it. Not magic, not mystery, just timeless truth. Follow the path. Walk the process. And real wealth will follow you. This isn't just a list, it's a lifestyle. The blueprint is simple. But simple doesn't mean easy. It means repeatable, durable, true. Every day you follow it, you build wealth not just in your wallet, but in your identity. And that kind of wealth, it never fades. You're not too late, not too broken, not too far gone. You're just early in the process. And every master builder was once a confused beginner, with a blueprint in hand and a decision to make. Make yours today. Not just to earn more, but to become more. That's what wealth really is. Not just accumulation, but transformation. And once you begin, you'll never go back.